The Mexican BAJA, or BAJA 1000, is one of the craziest of all motorsport challenges. The team that take part know their chances of finishing are very slim indeed. The Core is another sport aimed at Americans hungry for thrills and where eating dust is not just an expression. Well, these two specialities are combined in a motorsport game that will shake you up like never before. BAJA Edge of Control. The off-road races are divided in several categories. The fairly slow Cox-type buggies, then buggies with a bit more power, then come production four-wheel drives with especially prepared engines. You can choose your favorite from the buggies to the trophy trucks with a choice of over 40 vehicles, each more ferocious than the other. BAJA offers several types of racing. Start with circuit races, for example. You have to cover a fixed number of laps on very uneven terrain. You can be racing on sand, mud, flat stones, or on salt flats. In other words, the game reflects the diversity of landscapes you can find in North and Central America. The rally race consists of 3 long special stages between 10 and 25 kilometers, depending on the race you choose. You're racing against vehicles of a similar class and power. Basically, you start at 3-second intervals, and you often catch up with or get overtaken by an adversary. Keep concentrated. It's your time that counts, not your rank. The hill race is well named. You have to climb up a mountain and race very hard on your vehicle. You have to accelerate hard with good clutch use to win without blowing up your engine. And the flagship race of the game is the BAJA. It's a long-distance race with a choice of 60, 90, or 180 minutes, where you drive without stopping over the entire time. This endurance race is very hard on your vehicle, and you have to take great care. Anything can happen in the BAJA, a bump, a stone, or a rock, and you can lose time and ratings as well. Luckily, ground and helicopter assistance are on hand to get your chariot back on the road. The service areas are easy to spot, stop, and let your mechanics get to work. There's another race in this THQ game, a battle of the classes. A racer of each of the aforementioned categories is released every 5 seconds. The first one home is the winner. It's all-out warfare and no prisoners are taken. It's both frustrating and tough on your nerves. Well, you may have guessed, but BAJA is not an easy game by all means. Less experienced players and those with a little patience might find the game a bit boring. Some might say that the gameplay is not a success, but they could be wrong. Try to imagine that to drive at 100 kilometers an hour on narrow tracks or on deep rutted soft sand is not easy in vehicles with soft suspension. Well, shooting off at the wrong angle happens often and without warning. In other words, you have your work cut out. You have to allow for the vagaries of the terrain and try to get maximum power coming out of a tight bend using your clutch or combating understeering using your handbrake. And you have to cope with the extreme aggressiveness of the game's artificial intelligence. Your opponents will not hesitate to shunt you off the track using wheels or bumpers, and you have to control the damage this violence can cause. Your vehicle cracks up with each shunt from your fellow racers or if you come into contact with a part of the decor. You'll have to watch your engine temperature, check your suspension, and the general state of your vehicle. If you don't take the necessary action, your engine will slowly give up the ghost, and you come in last. The realization of this game is perhaps its most controversial element. The modeling and the texture of the backgrounds are well below the standards of new generation games. BAJA flickers on the PlayStation 2, and the cars are not very pretty. And there just isn't enough dust as well. So there's some spectacular long-distance views, but the game suffers by comparison with Codemaster's excellent dirt. No cockpit views and no close detail mean that BAJA is a bit of a disappointment from a technical point of view. But despite these criticisms, BAJA is a game that appeals this year. Rigorous, innovative, and offering such extreme freedom, it's an excellent base to produce a top-class off-road game.